I told you he was cheating on her. I told you. You didn't believe me when I told you that he was cheating on her. He's cheating. Multiple girls, that man. He's got no shame. He even is dating a girl in this very same complex. He's dating Susan. And he's dating the other girl who just moved in. How does he think this is going to work? He's going to park his car outside and then now they must guess, is he going to her or is he going to me? Men, I told you, this man, nonsense man. She should have left him. She should have left him.
I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hey gorgeous, and welcome to my channel. I'm Kopano and this is How I Do Things, the show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can take it as advice or use it as entertainment. Use it, don't use it, take it, don't take it, do what you will with it. Listen, I am no professional. I'm just letting you know what I would do if I was in your shoes. Now, if there is a highly requested topic or question on this show, it is definitely to do with relationships. Today's a cozy conversations. It is a Sunday, so hence the seat and hence the water. Whatever it is that you're drinking, let me know in the comment section down below. I wouldn't mind a nice cup of Earl Grey tea when this video goes live. We're going to be chatting about sticking with relationships and knowing where to draw the line, knowing that this is too much for me. I need to leave this relationship, or you know what? I'm going to stay and work things through with my person. We're going to work this out. We're going to find a place that we can compromise. Honey, I have seen and I've heard of relationships where the girl is there fighting for her man. Fighting for her man on some, yay, go yank him out of some brothel somewhere. And if he has been sleeping out for the whole weekend, she goes and she fetches him. And when he's been an idiot, she forgives him. And when men go through this immature finding themselves life stage, and women are there saying, I'm going to fight through this with this guy. It's a nonsense, ne? But we're gonna fight through this. He's gonna man up, and then he's gonna be a good father, and he's gonna be a good husband. I've seen those relationships actually work out, where guys actually just been immature, and he's just been an idiot. And the girl's there saying, I'm going to fight through this. We're gonna make it. And those guys, those ladies, married with children now, okay? And sometimes, yeah, men go through this really immature stage where they need to be shaped up a little bit and they have such great potential. That's the problem with fighting for relationships with men, is falling in love with the potential of this guy. Has the potential to be a great husband. He's got the potential to be a good man for me. He's just been an idiot. Those relationships and those stories give us so much hope because we feel as though maybe I just need to fight with my man here. I need to fight for him. Stay in the ring with this man. We'll fight it through. We'll get through this immature phase and we'll get to a good phase in our lives and things will be good. And it's happened. But more often than not, you're wasting your time. And me personally, I don't have the energy, the gall, the bladder to do that, okay? I really don't have it. But there are some of us who do. And how do we know that this is actually a relationship where it's actually worth it for me to fight for this thing to work out? Now, if you have any questions that you want to send to me for this show, How I Do Things, then head over to my Instagram and look for this picture right here. It's in my Insta story highlights. All you have to do is go to @Kopano on my home page, on my profile. There's a lavender circle that says How I Do Things. Click on it and you'll find the questions picture. Send me whatever question that you have: skincare, hair, beauty, makeup, life, relationships, career, money, because this is a show all about us women and how we do things. So send me your question and I'll do a video all about it. Now, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please head over to the subscribe word down there. It's completely free. Subscribe and also switch on the notification bell, because that's how you will know when we go live. We go live with a brand new video every single day, 7:30 in the morning South African time, and we're there for a live chat. This video right now, It is going live, it is being premiered, and I'm there for the live chat, chatting up a storm with the ladies in the morning party. We'll always want to welcome more people, so come on. Okay, so how do we know when to draw the line with a relationship? Should we stick around and fight for the relationship and make it work, or should we find the nearest exit and go running? Number one in a relationship is always mutual respect. If there's no respect, then I'm out. There's no respect. There are people who fundamentally in the core of their being have no respect. They are disrespectful human beings. Therefore, I'm out. I've always heard this from many people. I've also heard this from my mother-in-law, who's just like, you need to train a person on how they need to treat you. If something happens and you find it to be quite disrespectful, you need to alert the person as soon as possible. You can't simmer on it. You can't wait on it. You can't be like, I don't want to hurt his feelings. You need to say it immediately. You need to train a person on how they're going to treat you. And you do this all the time. This is not something where you sit a person down and you're just like, so lesson number one. That's not how it works. Say what you need to say. Say your piece and be like, listen, this doesn't work for me. I don't like what you did. And when you do this, this is how I feel. That's a very good line to use. When you say that, when you don't call me in a full 24 hours, it makes me feel like you don't care about me, or it makes me worry because I don't know where you are and if you're safe. That's how you then go about conversations, because sometimes it's not about the action that the person did. It may be about the timing, or it may be about the attitude that the person carried out in the action. So you need to boil down to the thing that happened and why it makes you feel that way. Mutual respect is the basis. Abuse is not respect. A person being inconsistent is not respect. A person not being able to talk to you correctly is not respect. A person who doesn't think for you in terms of saying that, let me not do this because it will make Kopano unhappy. That's also not a form of respect for me. So it's mutual. It goes both ways. If I have this level of respect for you, the very least that you can do is meet me at the same level or even go higher. Number two is that you need to both actually want the relationship. We are out here as ladies trying to drag a man into a relationship and keep him in a relationship. You will never stop fighting for that relationship to stay that way. If you are trying to force someone to be in a relationship with you, it doesn't work. You're going to keep doing that until you die with this person. There are some people in relationships, if you were to leave that relationship, that guy would be like, and just move on. They whether you're here or whether you're not, they are fine. That's not the relationship that you want to have. You want to be with someone who will miss you if you're gone. You want to be with somebody who will get into the fighting room with you. A relationship is war. It is a boxing match. You are just out there just here the whole time. And in a relationship, you need to be there with somebody who's willing to spar with you, willing to be in the boxing ring with you. If that person doesn't want to be in the boxing ring with you, that means that person doesn't want to be in that relationship with you, and you can't force them. And this just leads me to point number three. You don't need him. You actually don't. You don't. We stick in a relationship. It's almost like we need to be in a relationship, and you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to be in a relationship with yourself, and you need to be in a relationship with your God. You don't need that man, that guy, that booty. No, that makaba. There's other makabas in this world. It's fine. You don't need to be in that relationship with that person. What you need is respect. What you need is companionship. Those are the things that you need, but you don't need that specific individual, that specific human being. You do not ever approach any situation from a point of desperation. Desperation is saying, I need this and I'll do anything to have it. That is a point of desperation. You don't need it. A relationship is something that adds to our lives, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's great to have it, and it's a blessing to have it, but you don't need it with that one specific person. You need respect, you need love, you need consistency. If those things aren't around, then you need to decide that, okay, does this person actually want to be in a relationship with me? They just don't know how to treat me, or they don't know how to act. Okay, cool. We'll work through that. Or is this person treating me whichever way he wants to? Because men can see it. They know that I can treat her whatever way I want to treat her. She's not going anywhere. She's going to stay around. That's a relationship you need to get out of, because that is an abusive relationship. And this happens quite often. So you need to decide, is this person disrespecting me in being inconsistent, not caring about how I feel, not being considerate of my feelings? Then you need to go. But if that person is oblivious of the stupid things that he's doing, because men can be quite stupid sometimes. They can be quite immature at the beginning of a relationship, but over time they learn how to treat you and how to be in that relationship with you. And it's natural. That happens. You go through this phase where you guys are learning about each other and how to treat each other, and you may do some very idiotic thing, but you speak about it. He wants to still be in the relationship. You both learn and you grow together. That's a good relationship to fight for, because both of us are stupid in a relationship. It's not just him who's been an idiot, but women can also be idiots too. So we need to learn how to treat each other. But the most important thing is you don't need him, and don't approach a relationship with that desperation to make it work. Approach the relationship with the desperation for respect and the desperation for having that mutual respect between the two of you. That's the only thing that you can be desperate for. Number 4 is one that us as women don't want to hear, but sometimes we need to change too. There was a point where, you know, I had been dating and I was like, I'm ready for marriage, but was I really, darling? Are you really ready? I realized that there's many things that I needed to change, and I needed to grow up, and I needed to mature. Relationships are about compromise. And there's a certain mindset that happened in my head. It's like, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to learn. And that's something that needs to happen in every relationship. Both parties need to be willing to learn. He needs to be willing to learn how to treat you and how to be respectful towards you. So no matter how much of an idiot he is, as long as he's willing to learn how to be with you, then that relationship will work. But it also needs to come from you as well. Us as women are just like, I am who I am. He cannot change me. No. It's not about him changing you. It's about you changing for the relationship. There are certain things that are fundamental. They are part of who you are. They are your character. That's good. But there's other things, honestly, you can change. You should be able to change. If you're a really bad communicator, that's something you need to learn how to change. It's important for it to change for a good relationship to happen. So there are certain things that in order for two individuals who grew up in two completely different worlds to collide and to work, changes must happen. Compromise must happen in certain parts. It's not about changing fundamentally who you are, but it's a lot of the times it's about just how to treat a person correctly. That is the biggest part of a relationship. Once your personalities meet, once your standards meet, once your interests meet, the thing that's going to make a relationship work is learning how to treat the other person. Ladies, we are not perfect. We are out here saying, this man is like this and he's like this and he's like this and he's like this. What have you done? You are not perfect. You really aren't. I'm not perfect. I had a lot of learning to do. So what do you need to change? What do you see? What is your contribution in the relationship to make it happen that way? You are in a relationship with a guy who wants to be with you, but he's inconsistent. Have you maybe taught him to be inconsistent? Have you shown him that you are okay with him being inconsistent? Have you tried to tell him that I don't like this inconsistency? Have you actually followed through with your threats, saying that, listen, if you continue like this, then I'm out? But you're not out. You're still in the relationship. Follow through with what you're saying. Be as consistent as you want him to be, and show him how you want him to treat you. And you also have to do some self-work as well. And that self-work will also let you know that maybe this is not a relationship that I should be working on. And number 5, a relationship is a partnership. It is not role play. And this is something that I find a lot in the comment section. And this is something that we always talk about, patriarchy, and that men have a specific role and are forcing women to be in specific roles. A relationship is not about role play, that this is a man and this is what a man is supposed to do, and this is a woman and this is what a woman is supposed to do. It's not about that. We're all very different. The partnership is based on you, your specific interests, your specific roles, and your ability to do things. I grew up in a house where men take out the trash. So when I got into this relationship with V, he was just like, let's talk about this trash situation. I was like, listen, I'm very comfortable with you doing the trash. So it really is between the two of you. How much time do you have? What's your attitude towards certain things? And how can you work together? You can't get into a relationship and just expect that, I'm going to cook, clean, do all of these things because that is my role as a woman. It doesn't work that way. The number one rule that we have in our relationship is we don't take standards and we don't take rules from anyone else. We create our own. And that's how you should be. That this is our relationship. We create our own rules, we create our own standards, and we create our own norms. We don't take it from anyone outside of our relationship. It's ours, and we make it work the way we want to. All right, that's it. That's all that I have for you today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. If you have the energy to fight for your relationship, I think that you should go out there and fight for it. But there's definitely a line, a clear line that you need to draw when it comes to this and say that when there's no respect, where you're going to be wasting your time and your energy fighting for this guy. You're too good of a woman to be fighting here. You need to go find another relationship that you can go fight for. I hope that this gives you some sort of clarity for that. That's all that I have for you guys today. Give this one a big thumbs up and let me know, are you the type to be fighting there for your man? Are you a fighter? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's all that I have for you today. I'm Kopano and this is How I Do Things. Thank you so much for making it to the end, gorgeous. I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I hope that for all my fighters, that things go well in your relationship. Until next time, beautiful people, don't forget to subscribe. Just click on my face over here and go to my website, www.kopanoshimange.com, to get my free ebook on boosting your confidence. I will see you tomorrow for another live premiere. Until then, have a good one.